Yo, what is up, guys? It's Pedro here. So the Washington Commanders just made their second fifth-round pick, and this time they selected safety Dominique Hampton from the University of Washington with the 161st pick. Gonna give you guys a bunch of information on him and talk about what his role could be with this team. If you guys are new, please subscribe, hit that like button. I put a bunch of work into these draft videos and, the whole weekend working on these, so please hit that like button, subscribe. It's free, and it really does help out the channel a ton. And comment down below what's been your favorite pick so far from day 2 and day 3. But yeah, another defensive player added to the squad, Dominique Hampton from Washington. Some information about him. He's a versatile player, 6'2", 215 pounds. Can play safety, but also can play a little bit of linebacker and special teams. Like, he's more of an in-the-box safety, not comparing him to Cameron Curl in terms of the type of player he is, but in terms of the role he could play, it's similar to what maybe Cam Curl did in his rookie year. And they're really bringing in a lot of guys. I mean, you think about it, you have, there's going to be a lot of competition. Sorry for starting there. There's going to be a lot of competition this year, this offseason in the DB room. You think about it. You got Percy Butler, Quan Martin, Derek Forrest. You brought in Jeremy Chin, who obviously is going to start. But that's like 4 guys right there that, all of them made the roster last year. And, Jeremy Chin wasn't on the team, but, he's going to make the roster. So there's going to be competition there. And Dom Hampton, they're not going to want to cut their 5th-round pick. And then you just drafted Mike Sainristil. I cannot pronounce it without it in front of me, but you just drafted him, so it's going to be tough. Mike Sainristil. There we go, Mike Sainristil. It's going to be tough for you to have all these guys make the roster. You also have Quan Martin, who is safety slash corner, but probably going to be nickel. But then they just drafted Mike Sainristil, so it's going to be very interesting to see how they handle this DB room, because I'm not saying they have a lot of talent there, but they do have a lot of guys in the room. So it'll be interesting to see where they put these guys, who's going to be on the outside. Right now, it looks like Benjamin St-Juste and Forbes, and then you got Mike Sainristil in as the nickel guy, and maybe Quan Martin is at safety or nickel as well. They have a lot of decisions to make, but high upside player here, and was projected to go in the 4th round-ish. And so to get him in the 5th round is a solid pick for the Washington Commanders. Very athletic. That is one common theme here, is they like athletes. They've been drafting a lot of athletes, which I do like for sure. 4.51 40-yard dash, 39-inch vertical. Very, very good for a, he's a safety, but he's a hybrid, so he's not going to be as quick as most. You'd think he wouldn't be as quick as most safeties, but he is. Some of his stats started in 2018, so this is a guy that, that's 6 years, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years in college, so he better be ready to play. He better be ready to play if he's been playing in the league in college that long. So could be more ready than some people think for a rookie, and might be able to play right away, kind of like what Cam Curl did, where he was playing a little bit of a role early on in his rookie year. Then Landon Collins got hurt, which sucked, but Cam Curl got a big increased role and had a great season. But you see some of his stats really didn't play much at all. His first 3 years, a combined 9 tackles. Then 2021, which is his senior year. I guess, he redshirted freshman year, but 11 games, 30 tackles, 2 PBUs, and a forced fumble. 2022, 12 games, 42 tackles, 4 PBUs. 2023, 109 tackles, 2 interceptions, 7 PBUs. So not a lot of production the first 5 years, but then, this past year had a really good year. So we'll see what happens with him. Again, was projected 4th round, but he does have a lot of good attributes: the speed, the explosiveness. You got that vertical leap, and then 6'7" wingspan. That's good. So his reach is really good. You can see some of his other strengths right there as well. Some of the weaknesses: allows too many open field blockers to find him. Ducks head low. I mean, that's just advanced stuff that I'm not gonna lie, didn't know this guy's name. A lot of these guys I didn't know. So really just reading the information here for you guys. 6'2", 215 pounds. It's gonna make the roster. Very hard for these guys not to make the roster, especially like first 5 rounds. They're gonna find a way to put you on the roster, and I could see a lot of these guys that they have at the safety, corner position, they're going to find a way to keep them. And that might be a Braden Daniels type situation where, I guess they didn't manufacture the injury, but if one of those guys is injured, they'll put him on IR to start the season and their season might be over. Even though I think there's a new rule with that, but they'll find a way to keep him on the roster or Dominique Hampton's going to make it unless he's terrible in the offseason, but I'm talking more about guys like Percy Butler and, Quan Martin probably is going to make it, but you never know. It's a whole new regime, so they view these guys very differently, most likely, than the previous regime did. But that's it for today's video. A lot of yapping there, but I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys new, and peace.